last week, my family and I helped my dad pack up a U-Haul and drive down south to move to his new home and his new life. So the first day we were on the road for about 10 hours, but it was really only like 7 hours of driving, and then we had some stops. But we drove through Pennsylvania and West Virginia. So finally we took a rest and stayed the night in Beckley, Virginia at the Country Inn. So we had a simple little room, and the kids really wanted to go swimming, which they deserved it because they had a long day in the car. So we went ahead and took advantage of the pool. Water was really warm and it was pretty nice. Eventually we had dinner and went to bed. So the next morning we were up for part 2 of driving to South Carolina. So I just did a little brief get ready, got dressed, kids got up, we got ready for the day. We grabbed some breakfast at the hotel, nothing too crazy, and then it was time to get back on the road. So this time we did a lot of driving in West Virginia and the Carolinas. The mountains were really beautiful. You can see like the fog from the clouds because of how high up we were. We also went through a couple tunnels that were like going straight through mountains. So at our first rest stop, I got to eat at Chick-fil-A for the first time ever, and it wasn't bad, but what I really loved was my milkshake. I got a simple vanilla milkshake, but it was so good, and I'm actually really craving another one. So finally we made it to the Courtyard Marriott in South Carolina, North Myrtle Beach, and everyone was really eager to see the ocean. So after we settled in, we hopped in the car and we went straight to the nearest beach, which was Windy Hill Beach. It's just such a beautiful view walking up to the ocean. It was my dad's first time at the ocean, and my daughter's as well, and son. By the time we were done with that, it was time to get some dinner, so we went and got changed, and then we came to this cute little spot not far from where we were staying called Lulu's. You can see the vibe is super fun and kind of vacation-y. They even had some Halloween decorations up, which my son loved, and the menu was impressive. Everything was really good. That's a little peek at our appetizer. And there's this playground outside as well, which the kids had a blast at. Even though it was dark, it was really fun. So the next morning, I started off the day with some schoolwork because even though I'm on the road, I still had some assignments on online school. And then I started getting ready for the day. Soon enough, the kids were up and we all went off to get some breakfast. So we were decided on McDonald's, but I had to get my Starbucks first. So we got our coffees Say chocolate croissant. And chocolate croissants. And then we pulled up at McDonald's. There's just one of those cool little kiosk thingies. And we got to like sit down and chill for a minute while we had our breakfast. And then we actually headed to my dad's new cottage where he will be living now. There's just some hornets, don't mind them, they're dead. There was a nest under his garage, but we went ahead and unpacked the U-Haul, which was a lot easier actually than when we packed it. So just wanted to knock that out so we can move on with the day and explore more. So after that was done, we went to like a swimwear shop, got some cool stuff in there. It was really big, it was so huge. And then we decided to check out the hotel's pool and jacuzzi. For our evening activity, we got to go check out the Rilpey'S Aquarium in Myrtle Beach, thanks to my dad. So here it is from the outside. It's hard to miss. It's a big, colorful building. Lots of fun stuff going on, including little places to take pictures along the outside border of the building. So we went later in the evening and it was not very crowded. Here's a more up-close look as you walk up to the building itself. When we first walked in, we right away started seeing some fish. And yeah, we were on our way to explore everything that it had to offer. Everything, all the creatures looked so beautiful. I can't believe I got such good footage of them up close. It was really amazing. So this is kind of a little observation tunnel for the penguin exhibit, which is really neat that you can kind of get in there and get so up close to them. I just hope they're happy in there. And there's also just so much hands-on stuff for the kids. Like this is a little submarine simulation activity where they can see what it's like to do the controls on a submarine, and then there's sand that they can actually stick their hands in and dig in. So this is kind of the main center area where all the exhibits are circling around. And there's even like this cool ball thing for kids. Here's one of the coolest parts of the aquarium, in my opinion, is the sharks, and just getting to be so up close and personal with them. Their teeth are insane. The jellyfish were absolutely mesmerizing. There's a couple different play areas for kids. So this was the first one. We had it all to ourselves. Like I said, it wasn't too crowded, so it was a good experience. And then you get to touch stingrays for free. And then this is the sloth. I was a little worried about him. I hope he's happy in there, but yeah. And then we did grab some things from the gift shop, including this maple bacon flavored cotton candy. I still have yet to try it. I've been home almost a week, but we got to go to Margaritaville for the first time. I did want to go to the one in New York City, but I didn't get the chance, and seeing that they had one down here, it was really cool. They obviously have like the weather map on the ceiling, and then like a huge hurricane. We got our souvenir cups, and my dad loved his cheeseburger. I don't have it on camera, but that was fun. So the next morning, it was our second day waking up in Myrtle Beach, and I decided to go on a coffee run by myself. So I went, and this is what I got. If you ever want to steal my order, there you go. And then this is me walking up to the hotel, and I just had to show this cat because this cat was living outside of the hotel the whole time we stayed there. And he was absolutely beautiful, but he did not like people. He just hissed, I think. So then we all headed out for a real breakfast at the Southern Sunrise Pancake House. This was very family oriented. I got a bacon waffle, and everyone seemed to enjoy what they got. We really wanted to take advantage of the ocean today, since this would probably be our last chance. So those little boogie boards, by the way, the kids got at the surf shop that I showed. So yeah, here we are. It was a beautiful day, and just so many beautiful views of the waves and everything. There's my dad chasing Monty around in the sand. After some lunch and rest, we decided for our last night we were going to like downtown Myrtle Beach. You can see the big Ferris wheel, and they have like some rides. This is like a very touristy area, but it's really cool to go see at least once. You can see there's like statues, there's a beautiful view, and then we actually got to go out on this pier, which was pretty awesome. It goes right over the ocean, and I had never seen or been on like a big pier like this before. There's a little fruity drink, they have a bar out on the deck, and this is the gorgeous view as the sun is starting to go down. So beautiful and breathtaking. Here we are just chilling. Her face is all chocolatey because the kids got ice cream, the adults got cocktails, and then here's Cece and her dad just going on one of the rides. Last ride we did was the Sky Wheel. So it's like has a glass border so you could see everything as you're riding. They even have a VIP one with the glass floor, but we were just in a regular one. So here's some of the views. The ride lasted surprisingly longer than I thought. We were on there for a while, so you really get to take everything in. This is the view from the top. The next morning, it was finally time for everyone to go home. My dad would go to his new permanent home in Myrtle Beach, and we would head back to New York. So we hit the road as early as we could after some Krispy Kreme donuts, which I don't know why I didn't get on this video. And then we stayed the night in Roanoke, Virginia in this Airbnb. And I just loved everything about this Airbnb. From the outside appearance to the appearance inside to all the accommodations. I literally loved this Airbnb. I've only been to a small handful of Airbnbs, but this was probably my favorite. It felt so surreal. It felt like the town itself also was like out of a movie. So Roanoke, Virginia, there was all types of board games. We went for a walk at Elmwood Park in Roanoke, and this is some of the scenery. And then we found a park. It was like on top of a hill, really cool. We grabbed some dinner and ice cream. So the little ice cream shop was especially cool. They specialized in like cookie ice cream sandwiches. However, I got a peach flavored ice cream cone and it tasted just as good as it looks. Here's a little look at one of the ice cream sandwiches though, and the ice cream was just super good. You could tell it was like homemade, like they made it there. So once we got back to the Airbnb, the sun had started to go down, so we went ahead and put on a movie. This was October 1st, I believe, so goosebumps it is. And then we got ready for bed. We had another early morning coming our way, so. Next morning, we grabbed some Waffle House before heading back home to making the full stretch ride to New York. And Waffle House is very affordable, super little like small town diner setting. It's nice to have that experience. Here's us leaving Virginia. You can see we have 8 hours and 42 minutes to get home, but we made it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe for more content like this.